Welcome back, casuals. All right, so today, I guess not this week, but today, I guess this week's chapter. Today's chapter we're going to talk about is One Piece 1002. Man, okay, and before I even get into it, man, this was Zoro's chapter. Let's be honest. My dog Zoro was looking clean, unfazed until the very end. At the end it kind of went a little bit under, but other than that, he looked clean throughout the chapter. Good looks. So let me actually hit the matter of fact. No, it's not even just Zoro. I feel like the right hand mans, the vice captains, look better than the captains throughout the whole chapter, except for, Luffy, main character and all. Luffy's always gonna look the best, but genuinely I think like the vice captains just had a better outing than the captains themselves. So let's tackle this chapter to begin with, right? So we have the cover page and we have what's his name, Lucci, Rob Lucci at the front cover, and he's feeding some other pigeons. I forgot his pigeon's name. He got beat up by other pigeons, and Rob Lucci's just looking at him like, bro, you should be stronger. I guess that is Rob Lucci's kind of philosophy, the strong survivor of the fittest type of thing. I think he has that kind of mentality, so maybe that's kind of the look. But that's his homie. That's the little homie crying and whatnot. And they have little thug pigeons. I like the illustration. It's kind of funny and cute. There's so many different little pigeons there. But into the chapter where we left off, we have basically Kaido doing his windsickle attack, where he just basically sends a sickle, like just wind sights to people, like to attack them, and like everybody dodged those. Those are easy, like that's like low level type of thing. The only person that gets hit by it, of course, is Captain Kidd. And because Captain Kidd is like, he's a giant target, it's kind of hard to move, and it's not like his real body got hit, his mechanical body got hit, so no big deal there. Moving forward, everybody dodged it except for Zoro. Like, that's what I'm saying, Zoro's just looking fucking good this chapter. So Zoro just kind of like slapped it away, like, fuck out of here. Not even a problem, just fuck out of here. And he didn't even, like, Zoro's demeanor is like real serious, like real like menacing in the past few chapters. Ever since he saw Kiku's arm fall down from the ceiling, his whole demeanor has been very like menacing and serious ever since then. And I don't know if I'm just realizing this now or has it always been like that, but he has his bandana on. I don't remember if it's been on like for a long period of time now, but I just noticed it. And when Zoro put that bandana on, it's like, yo, game time. So we have everybody, basically the next couple like pages of the chapter, everybody just gets them with a hit. Luffy get a Kong rifle in there, and what's his name gets like Kid gets he slams Kaido down, and then we have what's his name, Law gets in there and he gets his gamma knife in there. But he says like he doesn't know where the autonomy of a dragon is, but he's assuming it's where the heart is. It doesn't look like Kaido took a lot of damage, and we could try to assume that Law didn't do that much damage. It kind of looks like he's in pain, but probably because he didn't strike at the heart, maybe because he doesn't know where the heart is per se. But I don't think it took a lot of damage, and I felt like Law would be the one to do the most damage to Kaido without training compared to Luffy, because Luffy had to learn a new armament style to do damage to Kaido, but Law could bypass Kaido's defenses, Kaido's scales with a gamma knife. So I don't know why it didn't do that much damage, mostly because it's fucking Kaido. Of course it didn't do no damage, but you could tell in Kaido's face he did get a little annoyed or something, like he got some kind of pain in it. But the person that like their ability like basically kind of caught me off guard was Killer. Killer had this move, Scyther Sonic, which I don't know if it is a illusionary type of attack or deal, or is it genuinely that his sights got that big? Is it an ability? Is it Like, I just don't know. I don't know what the case is with that. Cause basically, he puts his sights on there, and they start rotating real fast. And since it's like Sonic and stuff like that, maybe, how if something vibrates fast enough, I'm not no physicist here or nothing. I'm just from like other things that I've heard or seen, whatever. Like if something vibrates fast enough, it could damn near penetrate another object. So I'm guessing if that's the same, is that the same situation with the sights? But they also grew. I don't think we've known Killer to have any devil fruit abilities. I thought he was just more of a, like, a fist to fist type of fighter or a hockey user. Actually, we don't even know if he has hockey. So we don't know too much about that ability, but I like it. And the reason I don't know if it actually really penetrated is because we don't see any like damage or blood on Kaido. Like no blood. Like nobody's attack has like made Kaido cough up blood or bleed on his like scales or skin or whatever you call what he got. And basically Big Mom, which is, I feel like it's unfair. You got Big Mom and Kaido against them. Like I know it's like number wise they have the advantage, but power, experience, ability wise, like the Emperor's got the lead on that one. So I feel like it's a little unfair because what's his name? Killer just did his cool attack, and I'm just like jaws drop after seeing that attack. And then Big Mom just said like, how about nah? He just hits him with a fucking thunderbolt, like hits him with an Indra attack, so it just knocks him out. So he's out of the picture for now, at least. I don't think this is the end of everything. So this is when it gets good. Like this is when I was like, oh shit, this is Zoro's chapter. This is Zoro's chapter. So we get Luffy jumps in there, and he kinda gives Kaido a Rhino Schneider. Right, yeah, I know what the fuck it was, but he basically like the double kick to the face, so Kaido, we could see Kaido gets damage from that. He bleeds or whatever. Like then Zoro comes and asks Law to like boost him up a little bit, like to teleport him, which is like crazy how powerful fucking Law's ability is. Like I never understood. And of course with hockey and stuff like that, depending on who has the stronger, I get it, but it is crazy how versatile Law's ability is. And I truly think Law has the strongest paramecia in the whole One Piece verse. My favorite paramecia ability is the pop-off fruit that Kuma has, but Law's ability, man, is fucking insane what it can do. Like it could affect physical things and like psychological things, so like switching people's emotions. And like I feel like he could also do the same thing that the pop-off fruit does. You know how the pop-off fruit could push like how do you call those things? Not like fear, pain, or whatever. He could push it out of your body. I think Law can do the same thing, because if you could change people's bodies, which means that at that point you're switching. If you believe in souls, that means you'd be switching their souls. If you don't believe in souls, you're switching something to put one personality into another. Like you're switching something that is not a physical thing. There's not a part of your body that you could implant into somebody else to where they gain, like you gain another life through that. So there has to be something there. So I'm thinking he could do the same thing that the Papa do. Like I would love to see like through the growth of his ability, maybe he learns to like expel like tiredness, like and pain and all that. The same thing that Kuma did to Luffy later on. Feel like he could do a variant of that. I don't know if Kaido wants to have basically the same ability. Just I don't know. I don't think not Kaido. I don't think that the author would want to do that. Oda, I don't think Oda would want to make it that similar. But that's just to show you how freaking OP Law's ability is. But back to the chapter. So Zoro asks Law to asked Law to basically get him up there. That's because Kaido was doing a Boro breath at Luffy, and I think he wanted to slice it to protect Luffy in that stage. And Law was like, "Yo, you too? Like, what the fuck? I ain't your personal servant." Which, I mean, like, I get it, but you know, hey, you're the transport right now. Like, you know, that's your ability. It's not their fault. So he transported him right in front of Kaido, and Zoro basically sliced that bitch in half, clean in half. So, and another thing, man. Since when did they start calling Zoro Zolo? Is that one of I know in Japan L's and R's are like basically the same letter, or there's no R's really in Japan, one or the other. But please don't tell me the official name of Zoro is Zolo, because you know, recently, I guess within the past year or so, we found out that it's not what's the island? The island of Raftel. We used to call it Raftel for years until it was officially released that it's called Laugh Tale. And I'm like, fuck, I hope it's not Zolo for real, because I know the how you call it, the 4Kids used to call him Zolo as well. So let's just say it's a translation error, but they said it twice within the chapter. So I don't know if it's been that before. I could swear I've always seen Zoro, not Zolo. But and Zoro kind of makes sense, like, you know, Zoro with the swords and whatever back then. I'm assuming that was the inspiration for that, kind of. But back to the abilities. So Zoro pulls out Enma, and he does a one sword style. And I don't know if it's because Kaido has gotten he's so strong and so assured of his ability that he doesn't really care about attacks. Like he know he has basically the ultimate defense. Like, he doesn't care. So Zoro's about to attack him, and Big Mom had to call out like, "Yo, Kaido, watch out! That's not a regular attack." And I'm like, did Kaido not notice it, or is Kaido kind of like Kaido's just kind of like, I don't care. Like, I've been living like this. Nothing could hurt me. Like, he doesn't really pay attention to attacks coming his way because he knows his ultimate defense is going to do it. So, Zoro kind of collects a lot of haki into his blade, and a lot of it is more of not his own haki, but you know, the what's his name? Fuck, I can't think of his name right now, but the guy everybody's fighting for, basically. He wanted freedom. So he attacks Kaido, and I think Kaido dodged that bitch. But he cuts off a freaking one of the horns of the skull on that island. He cuts that shit off, like legit, just cuts that shit off with one swipe. But he did get poofed. He did get poofed though, so because it does take a lot of energy. It takes a lot of stamina to use Enma, and what we have is. Now Big Mom steps in. I feel like, yo, Big Mom is just saving Kaido. Every time somebody does something serious to Kaido or is getting the upper hand on Kaido, Big Mom's big ass just pops in there and just, nah, we ain't doing that. Y'all ain't gonna bully my dog, my little brother. So we get a lightning attack, like basically God of Lightning, basically Tenji. She attacks everybody like it's a lightning storm everywhere. And we get Luffy gets hit, Kid gets hit, Law gets hit. I don't think Zoro gets hit. Zoro just got knocked out from his own exhaustion and away from like the last attack. And we get a scene from Big Mom like, yo, why the fuck did my lightning not work on you? And Luffy's like, bruh, Rubber Man over here. That shit ain't gonna work, Big Ma. And of course, this reminds me of. This reminds me of like the fight of Enel when he was fighting Enel back in like Skypiea. It's just like that's not gonna work. Like lightning, that's not gonna work on Luffy. Big Mom, she's gonna have to find another path. And of course, I feel like Big Mom could take out Luffy, no stress on her at all. It's just the fact of lightning just won't work on him, so she has to use like Prometheus probably. Prometheus and like her own abilities. So we get another like Boro breath or blast breath from Kaido straight to Luffy, and of course they're surprised, like, yo, why the fuck is you not why the fuck are you not knocked out from that? And then Luffy was like, it's because I have guts. And that's a callback to earlier in the chapter where Kaido complimented them, because he's like, oh, so you guys are not just coming to attack me just based on code and Nakama power, basically, like in Shonen, like, because of my friends, he's like, oh, you actually guys know what y'all doing. You have a strategy. It's not just like, I believe in myself, it's gonna work out. And it's not just because you guys believe you have guts. So Luffy did not get knocked out by the Boro breath, the Boro breath, not breast. So he's like, that's the only reason you didn't get knocked out is because of guts. And then he hits Kaido with a Kong Gatling, which I feel like is going to do a good bit of damage. Not into Kaido, because don't forget, guys, we haven't seen his hybrid form, and we do know that like these Beast Devil Fruit users, like their hybrid is the strongest form. It's compact, it has all the abilities and all the power for the most part of their transform state, but they have the agility and all that of the human. It's just compact. So let's see what happens next. So good thing is we don't have like a end of break next week, which is blessings, man, blessings. And let's see what I want to rate this chapter. This chapter was really good. This was Zoro centric, and honestly, Zoro and Killer, I feel like they had the biggest impacts to me. Like they did the most, other than Luffy, of course, because Luffy, like I said, I would give this chapter I'll give it a good 8.5. 8.5 because there is some good progression here. Since all these people got zapped and knocked out, I want to see next chapter how long that lasts, if it's a real damage, or is it just like, oh, they got blasted but they get up next week, or like, does this change the battlefield a bit? Like, or we're going to see a change? Because right now it's just kind of like they're not doing any real damage to them, and at the end of the day, Big Mom hasn't even fought anyone really. So let's say they all gang up on Kaido. What does that do? Like, let's say they do defeat Kaido. They're not going to do it easily, and they still have Big Mom to worry about. So I just want to see what's going to change in the battlefield, because I don't see them winning. I want to see what's going to happen in the battlefield soon to see what changed the tide of this battle, because they are not winning. There's no way they're beating Kaido and Big Mom. There's just no way. So I want to see what happens next. But other than that, man, it was a really good chapter. So next chapter, I would love to see like Kaido revert back into his, like, go back into his human form or hybrid form, because I think he'd probably think, yo, this big form is just making me a bigger target. Let's compact it and let me get serious, because these kids are not like, let me show them some respect in a way, because they've earned my respect this right now. So let's see, let's see what happens from there. Let's see what happens. All right, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, the whole YouTube thing. This is my first time ever saying that, but y'all know what the fuck to do. If y'all enjoy the content, just, click that subscribe, and I'm gonna try to upload a One Piece manga chapter review every Sunday when it comes out, if it doesn't go on break. All right, guys, catch you guys on the next one. Peace.